Hello, wrestling fans! This is Sean's View Entertainment, the most dedicated and prolific WWE news source on the web. Subscribe now for hourly WWE breaking news, hard-hitting rumors, and more. And don't forget to smash that bell for notifications, comment, and share. Are you a true wrestling fanatic? Become a channel member right now to show your support and send us super thanks in the comment section today.
Following WWE SmackDown last night on the USA Network on Friday night, we have breaking news of a confirmed death. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a massive death in the world of wrestling, professional wrestling, sports entertainment. A major star has died and passed away. We're going to get into that name. We're going to get into that report right here on SeanzViewEnt, because if it weren't for you, there would be no SeanzView. Your review, your thoughts. What did you think about the Blue Ribbon of SmackDown last night? Overall, from top to bottom. Match of the night, moment of the night, the superstar of the night. Was it fire? Was it sunny? Was it cloudy? Was it dreary? Was it boring? What was it? What was SmackDown to you last night, ladies and gentlemen? Also, a massive title change, a huge title swap. We're not going to get into the championship. We're not going to reveal the spoiler, but yes, a brand new champion has been crowned on one of the three main brands in WWE, Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. A new champion is happening, because remember, guys, the next Raw and SmackDown that you see is going to be taped. It is not going to be live. Because you see, in the Triple H era, the WWE superstars get a break. They get time off. They get to spend time with their loved ones, their family, their significant others, their boyfriends, their girlfriends, their wives, their husbands, their brothers, their aunts, their sisters. So the next couple of Raws and SmackDowns will be taped. But some significant news, including, again, a new champion. And what about this one, viewers? 3 stages of hell. 3 stages of hell returns to WWE programming. We have not seen a 3 stages of hell match type on WWE in quite a long time. But that is exactly what we will be getting. That is exactly what we'll be receiving. And that is going to be monumental. Also, ladies and gentlemen, coming here on Sean's View Entertainment, where we bring you into the know and the loop with the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest. Tessa Blanchard is firing back at clickbait culture over racist accusations. Again, there's been a lot of rumor and gossip about Tessa Blanchard coming to the WWE. Now, what would you think about that? Would you be in favor of that? Would you want Tessa Blanchard to come to World Wrestling Entertainment? And what are your feedback and your thoughts on her? Jake Paul paid homage to the late, great Hulk Hogan during his Anthony Joshua fight last night. Now, what did you think about that fight? It ended in a knockout. It ended with Jake Paul getting knocked down, knocked out. A lot of people saw that match, even fans that aren't fans of boxing. If you're a wrestling fan, many fans watched that boxing match last night, and they saw Jake Paul lose by knockout. But you got to give him credit, like him, hate him, or whatever. Fact of the matter is, Anthony Joshua said he was going to knock him out in the first 2 rounds. That did not happen. Jake Paul survived. He thrived. Rounds later after the second round, way more than the second round. So your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that boxing fight, Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, last night. The world was watching on Netflix. Also, a massive, huge return. A surprise appearance has rocked the wrestling world, because according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the insides, we are receiving word at this hour, and yes, we are going to get into the death. We are going to get into the name. Andrade made a surprise HOG hug appearance and dropped Charles Mason with a vicious attack, a huge assault by Andrade. Logan Paul fires back at part-timer criticism just before last night's Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. Also, Solo Sikoa briefly broke character and immediately paid for it during the 12/19 edition of WWE SmackDown last night. Also, a top WWE NXT star is now listed as a WWE main roster talent. Yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. That wasn't a mess up. That wasn't a screw up. That wasn't a botch. That wasn't a blooper. You have heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we are receiving word with the huge gimmick match booked for the January 9th, because that is when WWE is going to go back to live. It's not going to be taped Raws. It's not going to be taped SmackDowns. In the month of January, the WWE will go back to live shows. So you're not going to hear spoilers. You're not going to get results before it happens, because you're going to see it as it is happening, as WWE returns to live TV breaking news. So the first match is booked for WWE SmackDown, and it returns to a 3-hour episode. Are you looking forward to SmackDown returning to 3 hours once again in 2026? Also, receiving word at this time that Austin Theory has returned to in-ring action on Raw. Austin Theory sporting a new look, a new attire in the ring, so go check that out online. Again, we're not going to give you the results of who won or who lost, but Austin Theory debuts new merchandise, new aura. Now, I don't know if he's got a new theme song or not, but you would assume that goes along with the new package of Austin Theory. And what are your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions? And has he really joined? Is he really on the Vision's team? Is that the Vision, or viewers, is he really on the side of Seth Rollins the whole damn time for Austin Theory? Also, we are receiving word at this time that a wrestler, a top star, is calling out an indie wrestler for going off script during a holiday event. What's going on there? What's happening? Well, Sami Callihan calls out an indie wrestler for going off script during a holiday event. And names have been exposed, viewers. Names have indeed been exposed after a crazy AEW Dynamite crowd altercation. Controversy can erupt all over pro wrestling, even in the audience. And that is what happened during the December 17th AEW Dynamite tapings. And with Austin Theory debuting new ring gear during the 12/22 Monday Night Raw, again, that was already taped again. A lot of people already know the results. Is this what Austin Theory will be staying with? Also, WWE has a lot of surprise waiting for fans in 2026. Yes, you heard that right. A lot of surprises, but we're not finished with the 2025 year just yet, because there will be a SmackDown debut for a Miracle on 34th Street fight during what will be called the December 26th episode of the Blue Brand of SmackDown. Also, breaking news, guys. We are going to get into the death. We are going to leak it. We are going to expose it. Very sad, very horrible. I mean, it's the holiday season, and this is not the kind of things you want to talk about. It's not the kind of things you want to bring up, a death and RIP. But, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling legend Miss Janeth dies at 52, according to Sportscadia Wrestling. Miss Janeth dies at 52. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to that star, that wrestling legend. Again, 52 years of age. Now, this is a pivotal moment for the WWE, guys. This could really prove bad, real bad for World Wrestling Entertainment. I don't know if it's going to sever any relationships, partnerships, companies, but a judge has ordered the WWE to turn over DOJ and SEC records in the TKO merger lawsuit. Yes, you heard that right. Again, judges ordered WWE to turn over DOJ and SEC records in the TKO merger lawsuit. What does this mean for the future of WWE and TKO as a partnership, as they are together? And we all know TKO is in a massive amount of debt. WWE made history once again when they merged with the UFC in a breakthrough deal to create TKO Group Holdings. They also raked in a ton of money. Now, the WWE needs to produce some paperwork behind all of that. Because according to a report from Post Wrestling, a Delaware judge has ordered WWE to turn over records tied to a federal investigation as part of the ongoing lawsuit surrounding the TKO merger. The ruling requires WWE directors and officers named in the case to produce documents connected to investigations by the Department of Justice and Exchange Commission into Vince McMahon. Our oral argument is not required. The relevance of the investigation to McMahon's motivations is obvious. The excess not only exists in a tight and direct. The claim that documents have been provided appears strained. The claim that the request came too late has been disproven. The requests are neither disappointed nor overly burdensome. Control over documents encompasses documents in the possession, custody, or control of agents. If agents made some of the communications, or if agents currently possess or control access to them, then the defendants must collect and produce these communications in addition to the communications they themselves possess. The investigation stems from revelations in 2022 about multi-million-dollar non-disclosure arguments McMahon signed with women formerly employed by WWE. The lawsuit that was filed in 2023 alleged that McMahon had already decided to pursue a deal with Endeavor before WWE was shopped to other potential buyers. Additionally, the transaction was structured to keep McMahon in power following the misconduct scandal rather than to maximize shareholder value. It was already noted that Vince McMahon put the kibosh on including the PBR in the merger. Despite the case, and defendants in the case include WWE President Nick Khan, Paul Levesque, Triple H, and former executives George Barrios and Michelle Wilson. The lawsuit is currently scheduled to go to trial in June of 2026. With this latest ruling forcing the production of records that could play a central role in this very case. We'll have to see how it all pans out, but this is certainly an interesting development. Only time will tell what is revealed, but there could be some interesting findings in those investigations. Your thoughts, your comments, and your feelings on all of that. What is your take on the update from WWE's legal situation? Do you think that this is the start of some back news for them? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Some would say it is incredibly pathetic. Vince still has influence, according to those in the know, in WWE directly on a daily basis through multiple direct family and friend contacts, and you're worried about what happened years ago. No concern about international dealings. No. Not just that evil McMahon who totally has no influence on the WWE product. Certainly not. And again, viewers, there's a lot of different ways, there's a lot of different angles that you can look at this in. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, AEW star Dustin Rhodes' injury rehab update according to those in the know. Recently released WWE Bloodline family member attacks cousin, and Gunther gives his thoughts on John Cena smiling during his WWE retirement match. And a lot has been uncovered, a lot has been exposed, a lot has been leaked during the John Cena and Cody Rhodes podcast that went up just a few days ago. You're going to want to go check that out online and on YouTube. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes will indeed defend the undisputed WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. What a match that is going to be, with all of it on the line. All the marbles are going to be on the damn line. Also, Gunther discusses backlash from submitting John Cena in WWE retirement match. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on all that, because this is where we're at. This is Sean View. I am the unapologetic. Also, a top WWE star has went on record. Again, this is not just hearsay. This is the star. This is the wrestler themselves saying this. A top WWE star wants to call the shots in Gorilla following retirement. And AEW's MJF to return to another promotion. Uh-oh, what does that mean? Is MJF going to come back to the WWE finally? Is it going to happen? Is it going to go down? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on all of that. And with a championship change taking place on WWE SmackDown tapings, again, we're not going to reveal it here, you got to wonder how long this new champion is going to hold on to that title. Well, you know what? We'll just say this, guys. Again, I'm not going to expand on it. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to say the title. But I will say it is a part of the blue brand of SmackDown. Yes. WWE star head injury update in concussion protocol. Yes, that according to those in the know. Also, WWE NXT referee praised, not backlash, not fired, not suspended, praised Backstage after accidental Thea Heel title change forces major rewrites. Triple A Guerrera 2025 preview. Confirm match start time and how to watch. Also, ladies and gentlemen, WWE has added another title match to the first Raw of 2026. Also, we are receiving word that Cody Rhodes wrestled a surprisingly low number of matches in 2025 that is raising some eyebrows. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, your emotions on all of that. Plenty more to come around the clock. I will never stop for each and every one of you. Later.